Hey guys, so let's talk about the Ultra Rarity coming to Legends. Actually, before we do that, the game is currently in maintenance, and it is full maintenance. You actually can't even log into the game at all. This is in, I believe, because they're actually uploading the 3.0 update to the servers, and the update should be live tonight. Well, this morning, tomorrow morning, whatever you want to say. This video is being recorded at 9:15 p.m. on the 29th. The update should be live and ready to go at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. It's a long maintenance, and there's a good possibility that doesn't get extended, if not multiple hours past what it's intended to be finished at, just because these things generally have something that goes wrong with them. We've all experienced this before with Dokkan Legends. These games just, unfortunately experience a lot of issues with updating the game. But so we'll see if I'm able to get a lot of videos up when the game goes live at 6 a.m. I will be up. I will wake up early to try and do all this stuff. We'll see. I do have work tomorrow. It's a very busy time for me, but we'll see what we can do. But the purpose of this video is going to be discussing the new update. We actually have some previews for Hit, the new Super Saiyan Blue Goku, as well as the new Ultra Super Saiyan Goku from Namek. Let's go ahead and take a look at these, and then we'll discuss the Ultra Rarity overall and my thoughts on it. Let me zoom in a bit here. I really like his cover. I believe this is a cover, is what this is. I think it's a strike cover, right? Because he just goes for the hit, he misses, and then he gets just blown away. And then this, I think, is the blue card. I think we'll find out. But that's Hit. This is the same preview they showed off during the video and stuff earlier. So something new, but I just wanted to show you guys. So his own damage and next special move damage dealt increased by 100% at battle start. 100% damage is a lot, even for, new units these days. Kid Buu, LF Kid Buu gets 90%, so more than an LF Kid Buu. Special damage inflicted by 100%. Now, the question I have is, does this stack on top of itself? So, like, special move damage by 100%, does that also get stacked on top of the actual damage that deals by 100%? Like, that's a lot of blue card damage that he's going to be doing. Plus, reduces damage taken and reduces cost of next strike or blast arts after evading an attack with a Vanishing Step. His one-hit KO and combo ability shouldn't be missed. Okay, it says one-hit KO. I don't think it actually means he's going to have a one-hit KO ability. I think it just means that that's what this unit is designed to try and do, is one-hit KO the opponent. But it sounds like he's going to be a unit where, it's going to reward you greatly for perfect vanishing and stuff like that. So that's Hit. Let's take a look at Goku here. I love the little clap that he does in his blue card animation. So basically, this Goku, Toshi mentioned this in the video and stuff, but he is exactly like the red revival cell that we had, I think, who released alongside Majin Vegeta, the LF Majin Vegeta. So, this animation where he throws the Ki Blast up to revive himself, this is literally him reviving like the red cell does when he transforms. Granted, he doesn't transform, he just comes back to life. So it tells us here, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku is coming. This defensive type revives with 50% health. His firepower increases after dodging with Vanishing Step and when the enemy's attack ends. And his durability increases after revival. He also has long-range special arts. So the fact that he's a defensive type means he's probably not going to be doing that much damage, because typically what they do with defensive type units in this game is they gimp their stats a little bit in terms of offense. So we'll see what happens, but he sounds like he's going to be very annoying to fight against, because again, you cannot nullify this type of revival mechanic yet. So seems like he'll be a pretty annoying unit to use alongside Saiyans, God Ki, and Sun Family. The three teams that really don't need a buff. I guess, but it's fine. Red Cell is also on 3 teams that don't really need a buff. Right? He's on Future, Regen, and Android, so you're going to be seeing this guy on a lot of teams, I would expect. So that's Goku. Let's go take a look at what we're all here for, the Ultra Rarity Super Saiyan Goku. I love this strike animation, or this clash animation. Okay, so this Goku, right? Let's take a look at what it says first. So Ultra Super Saiyan Goku coming soon. A new rarity, Ultra character is coming. His Ultra ability gives him a boost for each tag Saiyan battle or support member. Plus he can be acquired through gameplay. So what this is telling me is that because he's getting a boost from all of the Saiyan battle members or supporters, which means just, you know, units that are on your team that you're not bringing, so your bench units, you don't really want to prioritize using this guy on a team like Sun Family because, you know, if you have like Gohans or Gotens on there, they're not going to be buffing him because they're not Saiyans, they're hybrid Saiyans. So this character is specifically designed to be used on Saiyan team, like a Super Saiyan, either a Super Saiyan team or just a regular Saiyan team. So that's good. They don't want you to use him with Gohan. Plus he's red, so I mean, do you really want to use 2 reds? I mean, I guess you could with the red-red-green setup. It also depends on how much they're really going to gimp this character in terms of how much he gains, or how much he loses out from not using Saiyan characters. So if you're using Gohan, let's say, for example, you're using Gohan, this Goku, and some other random green unit, how much is he losing out from not having the buff that he would have otherwise gotten if Gohan was a Saiyan? I think it's probably not even gonna matter at the end of the day, because Gohan does buff Sun Family with a support ability, right? So you're probably gonna see this guy around with Gohan anyway at the end of the day, so we'll see what happens. I'm way more concerned about him being ran alongside Bardock. But yeah, I mean, we could take a look at the animations real quick in terms of like what he's able to do. So the first thing he does is just a strike animation. Then this, I think, is a blue card. Yeah, that's a blue card for sure. And then that's the unique clash animation that he mentioned was special for the Ultra character. And then obviously we have this, and then Goku wins, so he does that. This is the green card, which it's obviously a knockback, long-range green card, which I assume is going to be able to combo into other attacks. And then this is his ultimate, so obviously a very cool-looking ultimate ability. And then that's the win screen right there. So character looks very, very nice, and the animations are amazing. Very clearly the best looking character we've gotten in this game, I think. I would say hands down. This is also my favorite iteration of Goku, so I'm pretty biased in that regard. But we can close this out here. I do want to mention some quick things about my thoughts on the actual Ultra Rarity itself, now that I've had some time to think about it. I did talk about this a little bit during my video this morning after the video and stuff dropped on the YouTube channel, but so because they talked about the fact that it takes them about 3 to 4 months to create and design these normal characters, not just Ultra characters, but just normal characters. And that Ultra characters are going to take a longer period of time, even more than that, to create them. So this isn't something I would expect to see every 3 months or 4 months. This is probably going to be something that's more 5 to 6 months. So right now it's, you know, basically it's April 1st almost. So let's just say it's starting at April. I would say I wouldn't expect to see another one of these until at least September. I don't think they're going to turn around and give us another Ultra Rarity character during the 3rd-year anniversary. I don't think they're going to do that. Unless it's something they've been working on for a long time and they've been planning this for a while, then maybe they sneak one in. Well, I say sneak one in, but it would be a big deal. Unless, you know, that's something that they've just been secretly planning for a long time to release an Ultra Rarity character during the anniversary. I don't really think they're going to do that. I would say that the chances of that are quite low. But I have pulled up here because this is reminiscent to me of when LRs were first introduced in Dokkan, right? You have N characters, you have R characters, you have SRs, and you have SSRs, right? Those are the 4 rarities in Dokkan prior to LRs. And then obviously when LRs came out, they were the next step up above that. In Legends, we have Hero, Extreme, and Sparking, right? Legends Limited is a designation for a unit, so a Sparking can or cannot be a Legends Limited designation. Now that we have Ultra units, like, that's a step above Sparking. So we have Sparking, and then within that Sparking, we have Legends Limited. Now we have a step above Sparking, which is Ultra. So, I mean, I guess it's conceivable that at some point we will have Legends Limited Ultra units, but that's probably not for a very, very long time. But, for example, the 5 first LRs that were released in Dokkan, right? So we have LR Tech Goku, he was the first LR. It's not much of a coincidence that the first Ultra character in Legends is also a Goku, makes sense. Keep in mind also as we go through this that Toshi was the producer of Dokkan back during the time when all these LRs came out. So there might be some correlation here, there might not be. Speculate on that as you want to. But Goku was the first LR release on Dokkan. Then we had 17 and 18. They were the second one. Then we had the LR Int Piccolo. Then we had LR STR Frieza. And then finally we had the LR Physical Ginyu Force. So not really a pattern here, just like a bunch of units they decided, or a bunch of characters they decided to turn into LRs, the first 5 that released. And just time-wise, right? So the Goku released during the 1.5-year anniversary of the game for Dokkan, right? I think Androids came out maybe like 2 months later, maybe a month and a half, 2 months after the Goku did. And then I think this Ginyu came out like right at the tail end of the 2nd-year anniversary for Dokkan. So in total, it took around 6 months just for them to go from the first LR to the 5th LR in Dokkan. It takes way more time in Legends to create units from scratch. So I wouldn't expect to have 5 Ultra units in 5 months or 6 months in Legends. It's not going to happen. That's why we have way less units in Legends overall than we do in Dokkan. It's just because it takes much longer to create a unit in Legends as it does in Dokkan. Legends is just actual 3D model renders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, I wouldn't expect the same volume of Ultra characters in this game as we do of LRs in Dokkan. But I would say probably, again, I would expect the next Ultra Rarity character to come out maybe sometime like September or October. But in terms of this Goku, let's talk about him specifically real quick. So, yeah. I'll just start with this, because this is what everyone's thinking about. This is what I was thinking about initially when he came out. Super Saiyan Bardock is going to be, again, I've been talking about him being a problem for a long time. This is what I'm scared of, right? No, wait, not this. This right here. This is what I'm scared of. I'm scared of this Goku coming into the battlefield and having this. A free 14-star Ultra character. Again, we don't really know how good this guy's going to be. I don't think he'll be bad. I think they're probably going to take the stance that he's going to be one of the better units in the game. Remember back when King Goku got his Zenkai, and he was like, you know, arguably a top 2 unit, top 3 unit in the game. That's what I expect to see out of this Goku. And I think it's okay to do that because, again, he is free, so everyone has access to him technically. So I don't think that's a big deal. I think that mindset where, you know, we're going to release a busted free-to-play unit that everybody's access to, I think that's a fine way to think about it. And I think it's a fine design philosophy to take here. But this Bardock is going to be an issue because, you know, you have a free 14-star, one of the better units in the game, assuming that, and then you slap this on him. And then not only do you slap that on him, but then you slap on, you know, Zenkai Red Goku's buffs, and then you slap on. Let me just pull up the Zenkai tags because we have 2 red Saiyan Zenkais, or not Saiyans, but 2 red Zenkais that would apply to him. This red Super Saiyan Goku, and then the red Gohan, because red Gohan buffs red Sun Family. So that's another thing too, right? I was talking earlier about, is it really worth putting Gohan on the team over another Saiyan? Well, keep in mind, Gohan's providing that Zenkai ability to this Goku. So he's probably not missing out. He's probably not going to be missing out on much if you put Gohan on the bench over a Saiyan. So he's going to be having 2 Zenkai buffs plus Bardock. Plus, you know, they just Zenkai'd that EX Krillin, who is specifically going to work well with a Goku. So you can throw him on there too. You can just have a team completely dedicated around running this Goku and making him as ridiculous as possible. But we'll see. I mean, Sun Family he'll be good with, Super Saiyans he'll be good with, and then Saiyans he'll be good with. Sun Family, I believe he'll be good with this Gohan, but again, you really don't want to run him with too many Gohans and Go-10s on the bench because it's going to affect his Ultra ability, and we don't really know how potent it's going to be right now. So let's X out of this for now. Let's just X out of everything. I do want to mention one more thing before we wrap up this video, which is that I've seen a lot of concerns from people, and rightfully so, I would say, talking about the potential for, in the future, how this Ultra Rarity will be used for premium summons, which is definitely something that's, you know, eventually it's going to happen, right? I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. But I think they're very aware of people being sort of anxious about that. Because in the video stuff itself, Toshi literally said like 3 or 4 times, he specifically emphasized that this is going to be free for now. I would expect that, much like Dokkan, because remember, Dokkan released LR Tech Goku as the first LR, and then the first summonable LR was Gohan. I believe that was like 8 months after Goku released, so like 3/4 of a year, basically, later, they released the first summonable version of that. So, I mean, yeah, it's probably going to happen at some point where they're going to release a summonable Ultra character. I think once they do that, dude, there's no way they're going to make the rates lower than the LF rates, what they used to be, 0.25%. They know the backlash they will get for this. Trust me, they know. And I think that they will, like, okay, so the rates for LFs used to be 0.25%, right? Then they bumped them to 0.5%. So that's where they are right now. For new LFs, you know, a new step-up banner comes out with an LF on it, the rate's 0.5%. For the old LFs, it's 0.25. I think when Ultra Rarity characters begin to start being summonable, they will probably either be 0.5% or potentially 0.25%. Depending on the route they go down. I don't see any world ever where they're making the rates below 0.25%. It's just not going to happen. They're not doing that. They know it's you think they get a lot of backlash now. They would not live through that. That would be crazy if they did that. But you know, again, for now, I would not really worry about that. That's something that's going to happen in the far future, I would expect. But again, I would say the next few Ultra characters that are going to come out will be free to play and obtainable for free from events similar to how this Goku is obtainable. So, for me, I see this as a win for the game, very much so. Again, I think they're going to take the same stance that this Goku is going to act more as a way for free-to-play players to really compete with those Zenkai characters that they made super, super busted. But we shall see what they do with this. Again, I'm excited for this. Let me know down below if you guys are excited. Again, the server is under maintenance right now. It goes up at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I will try and be awake, alert, and ready to create some content for you guys. So hope you guys are excited for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.